when we are talking about Kosovo Serbs, since I've been asked about that, I would say that we are living in a challenging, I wanted to say radical reality, but let's put a little bit nice word in a challenging reality. And this challenging reality especially came with this government. So it started like 4 years when this government came. It changed the reality on the ground in various ways with their unilateral and uncoordinated actions. And that changed a lot of things on the ground. For better or for worse, we don't know. Things are still moving. But it created changes. And it created changes alongside of the dialogue. So the dialogue itself hasn't been helpful in this regard. International community didn't have an answer or haven't had an answer for this one. So we saw a lot of statements from Queen countries, we saw a lot of statements from the EU, we saw also some policy response from all these international actors, but reality is deteriorating. It's coming from bad to worse. So what we had in these 4 years? We had various kind of protests, and then we had leaving the institutions, and then we had the barricades, and then we had peaceful barricades, and then we had violent barricades, and then we had fights, and we have Banjska, and then we had, and now we are in a stage of non-resistance. This is the terminal stage of the Serbian community, especially in the north. And when we are talking about this, the north is very specific, but the Serbs in the south, or living all across Kosovo, they all face difficulties. Let me remind you about the shooting in Strpce. Let me remind you about different kind of events all across Kosovo, west, east, everywhere, south, neighborhood in the neighboring of Pristina. We have also some events in Pristina as well. So things are really going in a very bad direction. So we will have this situation where the Serbs pull out from the political life. And what is the end game here? I've been telling this many times. The end game is Serbs not to be a political factor in Kosovo. That's the end game. It's not the end game the Serbs will leave Kosovo. There will always be Serbs who will live there. But there will not be a political factor. And the key question for me is whether it is good for Kosovo or it is bad for Kosovo not to have Serbs as a political factor.